Hi, my name is Carolyn Conti, and for my Digestion Dialogue, I did a poem. And I guess I'll just read it to you. It's called Not Me, and it starts out like this. How does it feel to be white? I don't know because I'm not. What is white? A color, not me. White is a label, not me. I do not suffer the consequences of feeling my own sorrows, but what does that mean? I do not feel the sorrows of others. I do not wallow in my sorrows. When you dwell and dwell, nothing is good or resolved. This is supposed to be a poem, but it really doesn't have much time, and neither do I, or rhythm, because all of our problems come from the past, and the present, and the future. I wish I could control the future, but I can't, because I am not God. I am only a small force in this world with choices. I am me. I am Italian. I am English, Scottish, Irish, German, Welsh, Portuguese, but I am not what you think. So I had three sources that inspired me to write this poem. And the first one was the whiteness project that we did in class. And before this class, I had always identified as a white individual, and I never really thought about identifying otherwise. And it was through this class that I even realized that I really did that quite often. The term white privilege is certainly something that needs to be addressed by everyone, and it's something out of our control and is in the controls of others and how they choose to identify you just by looking at you. And then I don't really know how to pronounce her name, but Nguyen, This Way to the Sugar, that was another source that I used to inspire this poem that I've written. And the poem Dry that she wrote in that book was one of the poems that particularly caught my interest because she blamed her child for something that she didn't do, just as many other people do, like when they blame others for things that they are or aren't, just based on what they see and what they can tell someone else to make them believe. This inspired my poem because I admired her style of poetry and the various hidden potential meanings behind what the poem might stand for. In saying so, this relates to, anyone who is identified or identifies as white in general, because it's something that can be blamed and not necessarily something that is done to yourself. And then my third source is the O.J. Simpson Made in America film that we had to watch for the assignment. And as you know, O.J. Simpson murder trial is one of the most famous trials in the United States history. And let's see what I have here. So to police and federal officials, it was never known that he had ever partaken in any criminal activities, nor did he lead a criminogenic lifestyle. This is also particularly why this case was such a shock to Americans everywhere. OJ was no longer what America thought him to be. This was also in part my inspiration for writing this poem, because no one really knows who you are except for you. OJ knew what he did or didn't do, but in the end, that doesn't seem to matter because everyone has preconceived views of you and based on your race and what you do. And for OJ in this case, it was preconceived views of his race and his career as a famous NFL player. So that's what inspired me to write this poem, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.